Arizona. Deserts, cacti, and the ghosts of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. The frontier spirit still alive in Arizona's gun culture. This guide breaks down Arizona gun laws, open carry, concealed carry, and when you can use force. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Constitutional carry and prohibited possessors in Arizona. Arizona is a constitutional carry state. If you're 21 or older, you may carry a concealed handgun without a permit. If you're 18 or older, you may openly carry as long as you're not a prohibited possessor. But permitless doesn't mean unlimited. Both state and federal law prohibit carry if you are a convicted felon without restored rights, convicted of certain domestic violence offenses, under a restraining order, adjudicated as a danger, or otherwise barred under law. So you're allowed to have a gun. Well, how do you buy one? Chapter 2. Arizona firearm purchases and background checks. So again, most viewers want to know, how do I actually buy a gun in Arizona? Well, all sales through licensed dealers require a federal NICS or NICS background check. Arizona does not require universal background checks for private sales. No permit or registration needed. There's no state mandated waiting period. You can buy and walk out of the same day if approved. Private sellers can't knowingly transfer to prohibited possessors. You can walk out the same day with a gun, but carrying it everywhere, not so simple. In fact, there are places in Arizona that will land you in cuffs instantly. Let's hit the red zones. But before we do me, do you think private sales should require background checks? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments. I want to see where Arizona stands. Chapter 3. Where you cannot carry in Arizona. Arizona is permissive, but there are the red zones. Polling places on election day, public buildings or events with security and firearm storage, school grounds with narrow locked vehicle exceptions. Arizona law only allows an unloaded firearm in a vehicle under adult control. If the adult leaves, the vehicle must be locked and the firearm out of sight. Correctional facilities, mental health institutions, juvenile centers, federal facilities, airports, nuclear plants, tribal lands, and private property with no firearms signs. Arizona law allows a person to carry a concealed handgun in an on-premises alcohol establishment unless it's posted no firearms. Regardless, you're not allowed to consume alcohol while armed. Ignore a sign and it's trespassing. Now, a quick poll. Are you team open carry or concealed? Comment open or concealed. Let's see which side Arizona rides with. Chapter 4. Open carry and concealed carry benefits in Arizona. Open carry is legal at 18 and over, holstered and visible, but if it looks reckless or threatening, disorderly conduct charges can follow. Concealed carry at 21 and older requires no permit, but Arizona still issues CCW licenses, so why get one? Well, reciprocity. Other states may honor it. And if you're stopped by law enforcement, well, stick around because that chapter is next. Chapter 5. Transporting of firearms in Arizona. Arizona's rules are pretty gun friendly, but you can trip up if you don't know the details. If you're 21 or older, you can keep a loaded handgun anywhere in the vehicle, concealed or not. If you're under 21, you can have a loaded handgun in the vehicle only if it's in a case, holster, pack, or a storage compartment. If it's not in one of those, it must be plainly visible. Arizona law does not prohibit having a loaded rifle or shotgun in your vehicle, but Game and Fish rules, local ordinances, and how you handle it can still get you charged if it looks unsafe. Best practice: keep long guns unloaded during transport unless you're in the field. That avoids any misconduct with a weapon headaches. Federal Gun-Free School Zones Act still applies near schools unless you have a CCW. Now, when you're driving and you get pulled over, it's duty to inform. In Arizona, you only have to inform if asked. They always do ask. But presenting your CCW permit alongside your ID often makes the stop smoother. Either way, careful of those tribal lands. Tribal lands have their own sovereign laws. Your AZ carry rights don't automatically apply. Many tribes ban carry outright without tribal authorization, and most people get tripped up when they're driving through tribal land and get pulled over. Next chapter is where things turn deadly. I'm curious though, if someone breaks into your home, do you call 911 first or defend first? What's your instinct? Comment below. Chapter 6. Use of force, castle doctrine, and property defense in Arizona. Arizona law allows force, even deadly force, but only when reasonable. You must believe it's necessary to stop unlawful force. Deadly force is justified only against imminent deadly threats or serious harm. Verbal abuse is never enough. They can call you whatever they want. There's There's no duty to retreat if you're lawfully present. Castle doctrine strengthens this further. If someone unlawfully and forcefully enters your home or occupied vehicle, the law presumes you're justified in defending yourself, even with deadly force. You don't have to retreat from home or car. Property alone is different. You can't use deadly force just to stop theft. But if the thief threatens your life, that's when deadly force may be justified. Careful though, you will get scrutinized heavily. And then even if you're off, you still might get sued by the family. Arizona gives you a wide latitude to carry and defend, but it's not without limits. If you want to conceal carry comfortably, check out our CCW shorts and EDC sweatpants below or at relaxfittactical.com. Help the channel by leaving a like, a comment, and don't be lame. Subscribe.